What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? It's Coach Co with you on the weekend wrap up. Also want to give a shout out to all the mothers because it's Mother's Day as well as we're wrapping up the weekend wrap up. Interesting weekend wrap up this week. As my Laura Havlin friends, Isaac gets the victory as far as students go with 18 out of 28 points. And we have a rare 5-way tie for the staff. That's right. Nicole and Parsons, Randolph and Boring and Mrs. Robin all tied with 19 points. You're all winners this week with your 19 points. We barely have ever had you guys have that many winners in one week. So congratulations to you guys. Mapstone ended up with 18 out of 29 points. I ended up with 20 out of the 29 points. Lucas Henson. Let's see. You ended up with, what did I write down at? There it is. 18 out of the 29 points. Lucas L., you ended up with 19 out of the 29 points. And Kate and Jessica, you guys ended up with 17 out of the 29 points. All right, so let's get to the weekend wrap-up. Men's college baseball. We had the Adrian Bulldogs over the Kalamazoo Hornets. 11-1 was your final in that game. The Hillsdale Chargers over the Findlay Oilers. 5-3 was your final there. And your first and only 3-point bonus game this week, also a rivalry game. We had the Michigan Wolverines over the East Lansing Burning Couches. 5-1 was your final in that game. Western Michigan gets the victory over Northern Illinois. 10-8 was your final there. And the Virginia Tech gets the victory over the Toledo Rockets. 3-2 was your final in that game. And Central Michigan Chippewas get the win over the Ball State Cardinals. 7-3 was your final there. In ladies softball action, we had the Michigan Wolverines, go blue, getting it done against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. 3-0 was your final there. And I don't go with them. I go with the other team, and then they get a victory. It's the East Lansing Burning Couches, a.k.a. Sparties, get a win over Wisconsin Badgers in softball action. 2-1 was your final there. Western Michigan gets the victory over Ball State Cardinals. 8-5 is your final in that game. And Central Michigan gets the win over the Akron Zips. 11-0. And it was called in 5 innings. Moving on to Major League Major League Baseball is what I meant to say. The Minnesota Twins get the victory over the Detroit Tigers. 7-3 is your final there. The Philadelphia Phillies get the victory over the Atlanta Braves. 12-2 is your final there. And the Chicago White Sox get the victory over the Kansas City Royals. 3-2 was your final in that game. And Roger, what the heck happened to your Dodgers? The other LA team beat the Dodgers 9-2. And that's your final there. In our minor league baseball action, we had the Nashville Sounds taking it to the Toledo Mudhens 5-0. And I believe most of the weekend did not look good for Toledo. I think Nashville, who they played through that entire series for the weekend, pretty much beat them all weekend long from what I was seeing. And the Round Rock Express beats the Oklahoma City Dodgers 15-6 was your final in that game. Hockey action, the Detroit Red Wings end their season with a win, 5-2 over the Columbus Blue Jackets, but the Red Wings season is now officially done. And the Vegas Golden Knights get a victory in overtime over my St. Louis Blues. 4-3 was your final there. Minor league hockey, the Grand Rapids Griffins get a victory over the Chicago Wolves. 5-4 is your final in that game. Major League Soccer action. We actually had no tie games this week. We had San Jose getting the victory over the Real Salt Lake, 2-1. So I guess maybe that means the Real Salt Lake didn't show up to play this week. And the Philadelphia Union get the victory over the Chicago Fire, 2-0 is your final score there. The Vancouver Whitecaps get the victory over the Montreal, 2-0 is your final in that game. In NBA action, we had the Chicago Bulls getting the victory over my Boston Celtics. Pretty high score, too, 121-99. Wow. And the Utah Jazz getting the victory over the Denver Nuggets, 127-120. And the Portland Trailblazers take down the LA Lakers. Yeah, baby. 106-101 is your final in that game. And the Detroit Pistons fall to the Philadelphia 76ers, 118-94. In NASCAR action, we had Martin Truex Jr. coming in number 1 in the Toyota number 19. Kyle Larson coming in at number 2 in the number 5 Chevy. And my guy, Kyle Busch, coming in number 3 in the Toyota number 18. All right, that's it for the weekend wrap-up. I hope everybody has a great start to their work week. It's a wet one out there, and I think it's going to continue to be wet. So, and a little chilly, too. Stay tuned, folks. We'll have another edition of Sports Frenzy for you guys this Thursday as we shoot the show for Friday. Everybody have a great week. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone, and we'll talk to you again later in the week. Take care, everybody.